Thank you, Eminence. I am going to have a lecture on the hierarchy in this place and the titles eventually, so that I am comfortable that I am not. Um, I'm doing protocol correctly. Um, I am a a girl from KwaZulu Natal in South Africa who grew up during those challenging times. I can't say that I'm the product of the struggle generation, but it is that generation that saw a lot of challenges. It saw a lot of the generation that went to school, chased out of school because there were problems, came back, and we were not all there because some of us would have perished. So I grew up in that kind of hardship, went through Bantu education schools. If anyone knows that, we'll talk about it over lunch. But I eventually ended up at the university that was historically Indian and did my first degree there, Bachelor of Social Sciences, honors. And then I got a scholarship and went to the UK to do MPhil in social anthropology and PhD in social anthropology. This was the early 90s already. I have then been a lecturer back in the country from that point onwards, and have held interest in terms of scholarship really on issues of social inequality, which is not surprising related to my background. But besides doing that at PhD level and zooming into issues of social inequality, particularly the interest of the feasibility, because we all talk about education quite a lot, whether what are the objective elements of the feasibility of leaping, of doing social mobility via education. And in this, I found a lot of issues related to ascribe inequality and achieved inequality, and a whole lot of issues related to feasibility and non-feasibility of moving between categories of social class. But then it eventually, my career emerged and moved towards specific issues of governance, got interested in traditional leadership and local government, which are the spaces really that I have worked with, even in society, in the types of commissions that I have been part of in South Africa. I have never left my passion for gender and gender inequality specifically. And so most of my local government work has been tracing how women feature and how they are affected by development projects. But more importantly, well, it's not more importantly, it just was a natural progression. I eventually landed up with an area that I navigated towards myself, which is the politics of knowledge production. In the politics of knowledge production, I particularly worry up to this day, and in the writings that I do, I particularly worry around the issues of inequality of knowledge schemes, inequality that affects a situation where we do not, even globally, not only in South Africa, we do not interact with each other's paradigms, and I investigate how this is possible. I wrote a book called Unequal Peers, in which I actually published all of the, well, at that time, some of the articles that had been rejected together with their comments, just and my comments in the introduction and conclusion, just to track and as well as be transparent about what other readers see as where we are missing each other between writers when we do trying to find each other in terms of paradigm. But then again, I have moved on from that and established a concept of capitalist diaspora, because I really believe that there are within countries um, um, regimes of knowledge that are actually serving the capitalist diaspora in the way that patents are organized and in the way that we selectively pick between paradigms. I do not want to give a lecture on these particular matters, but the long and short of it is that I have been studying the impact of prowess, because knowledge is really a project of inequality. The impact of prowess in knowledge schemes, and the impact of protest existentialism in the manner in which now we talk decoloniality, in the manner in which decoloniality ends up logged at the reactive mode without necessarily generating its own discourse. So that's me in essence, but I also wanted to end by saying I'm really humbled to be part of this particular group. My main attraction to this academy for me, and it will not be surprising, is the potential for dialogue across disciplines. Thank you.